At the 11th African Union Commission International Law Forum, experts highlighted the vital need for Africa to play an active role in the ongoing reform of the World Trade Organization (WTO) in order to achieve the continent's economic development and integration objectives. Speaking at the forum held at the African Union headquarters under the theme International Law, WTO Reform and the Implementation of the African Continental Free Trade Area (AfCFTA), Alain Didier Olinga, chairperson of the forum and member of the AU Commission's Forum on International Trade Law, stressed the need for Africa to play a leading role in shaping the global trade system.
The many aspects of our development are linked to international trade law. And if we do not master, if we do not understand, if we do not contribute to the improvement of this international trade law, we can be sure we will miss many of our goals we want to achieve. International trade is something very important for the dynamics of our development. And we have to be fully involved in the ongoing discussions about the reform of World Trade Organization. We have to be fully involved in the implementation of African Free Trade Zone area.
Olinga further highlighted that international trade law is not merely a legal discipline, but a foundation for regional integration and collective advancement. He called for stronger legal frameworks and regional cooperation aligned with Africa's development priorities. Representing Ethiopia's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nurulling Ndris, Director of International Legal Affairs, reaffirmed Ethiopia's leadership in promoting African economic integration. He outlined the country's sweeping macroeconomic reforms designed to support the AfCFTA's implementation.
The existing economic and cyber competitions of the superpowers will have a significant repercussion for the sustainable development, safety, and security of the African states and their people, unless key policy and legal measures are taken at the continental level. It is imperative and highly needed to further strengthen the harmonization of policy and legal frameworks that will facilitate regional integration and eliminate barriers for the free movement of goods, services, and people across Africa. Ethiopia has recently taken major legal, institutional, and policy-related macroeconomic reforms aiming to achieve economic liberalization and facilitate regional economic integration. Ethiopia has made significant strides to this end, including in opening up investment areas that were previously restricted for foreign investors.
Nurulling noted that Ethiopia has taken significant steps in liberalizing its economy and opening previously restricted sectors to foreign investment, positioning itself as the model for regional economic integration. Professor Herr Gulich, Legal Counsel of the African Union, echoed the call for Africa to assert its legal and economic sovereignty in global trade governance.
If the AfCFTA was not just a trade agreement, but a legal means for Africa to rewrite the world economic order, and if the reform of the WCO did not start in Geneva, but here in Addis Ababa, through the redefining by Africa of equity, justice, and reciprocity, then it would appear today that we need to look at mechanisms proposed by the AfCFTA to achieve that ambitious process of economic integration in Africa.
Gulich also added that Africa's push for fair and equitable global trade reform did not begin in Geneva, but in Addis Ababa. According to Ethiopian news agency report, the forum underscored that meaningful participation in WTO reform is not just a strategic necessity, but a pivotal step toward ensuring Africa's voice is heard in shaping a more equitable global trading system that supports the continent's long-term development and integration ambitions.